What's up, friends? Welcome to the channel. My name is Sean Gerald, real estate broker here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And today, we're going to talk about some do's and don'ts as you're preparing to go through the home buying process. Now, I've been a real estate agent here in Charlotte for about 6 years. I am a Charlotte native, so if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that bell notification. We put out videos every week, whether it's new construction, tips on selling a home, buying a home, investing, you name it, we cover a wide range of topics on this channel. Now, as you're preparing for the home buying process, I want to talk to you about some things that you should do and some things that you should not do. I've seen it all in real estate. I've seen people go out and buy cars right before closing, go out and buy refrigerators, washers, and dryers because they just thought that they could. Ended up losing their deals. So let's talk about the things that you should do in preparation for buying your home. First thing that I would do is to get fully pre-approved. Now, I know there are people out there that say, you know what, I'm not getting approved for a loan until I find a home. Well, in a market like Charlotte, for example, that may be too late. Homes in this market, guys, they sell really quickly, especially if they've been updated properly or they're in really good school districts. You're not going to have time to go find a lender after you find a home and then get pre-approved. Also, in most cases, they're only going to give you a pre-qualification letter. In this state, we have something called due diligence. The due diligence fee is a non-refundable fee that you pay to a seller. You're not going to want to go and put up $1,000 of due diligence only to find out that you can't get approved for the loan because you only did the pre-qualification process. So make sure that you find a lender that can get you a verified approval, get you through the underwriting process early so that you know exactly what kind of home you can buy, what kind of payments you like, and then you go out shopping for the home of your dreams. And if you get caught up in a multiple offer situation, then you're not worried about waiting 3 days for that lender to get you a pre-approval letter so that you can feel comfortable moving forward. Now, the second thing that I would do is start a savings plan. I talk to a lot of people that have great credit, but unfortunately they haven't been able to save enough money, whether it be student loans, emergencies that came up, kids that showed up out of the blue, whatever it may be, right? You want to make sure that you have a good savings plan. If you're doing an FHA loan, they're going to require 3.5% down for your deposit. If you do conventional, they're going to want to do 3% if you're a first-time home buyer. Second home buyers, it can be 5% down. And if you're an investor, of course, it can be as much as 20% down. So you've got to save some money or find a way to save some money. Now, I will tell you this, there are a lot of programs out there right now that will allow you or help you with down payment assistance funds. As a matter of fact, I've got a great lender right now that I work with that does 100% financing. What does that mean? 100% financing is what veterans typically get a chance to take advantage of, or people buying in a USDA area. And the 100% financing basically means that it wipes away the 3% or the 3.5% or 5% or more that you would pay for the down payment, and then it only leaves you with closing costs. But guess what? I've got a lender that can give you 100% financing and give you closing costs as well. The third thing that I would do is pay your bills on time. You don't want to get caught up in a situation where you've missed a month on your credit card bills, you've missed a month on your car payment, you've missed a month paying your cell phone, whatever it may be. You've got to find a way to get those bills paid on time. Because guess what? When that lender pulls your credit and they look and see that the things that should be most important to you, that you should be paying, you're not paying, they're going to automatically assume that if things get tough, you're not going to pay your mortgage either. And that's not what they want. They don't want to have to foreclose on your home, contrary to what some people believe. They don't want to take that home back from you. They want you to stay in that home for 30 years and be a good paying steward. After all, they make their money off the interest on that loan. So they want you to pay. They're not trying to take your property from you. But you gotta pay your bills on time, friends, if you're gonna be able to buy a home. When they pull that credit report and see you're 30 days late here, 60 days late here, that's trouble. And God forbid you pay something late while you're actually under contract. You are surely going to get that loan denied. So don't do that, guys. make sure you do pay your bills on time. Now, here's the fourth thing that you need to do. Make sure you get all your documents handy. So when you start the loan process, your lender's going to ask you for several documents. Those documents are going to be 2 years of your tax returns in most cases, 2 years of your W-2s, 30 days of your bank statements, 30 days of your pay stubs. And if you're getting a gift from someone, guess what? The lender is more than likely going to ask that person for their bank statements as well. So you want to get all those documents prepared, get them in a binder, put them in a folder, whatever you need to do, because they're going to ask for those. Speed is what you're going to need when you're going through the underwriting process. They're going to want documents from you. You're going to have things you've got to explain to that lender. So make sure that you do have all your documents prepared when you start that process. It can make things very, very easy for you. The fifth thing that I would do is make sure that you're communicating well with your lender and your real estate agent. The last thing that you want to do is be caught off guard by something that you didn't know, or we being caught off guard by something that we didn't know that you could have told us up front. Make sure that you're being open and honest with the lender, especially with the lender, because they're the ones that ultimately are going to give you the money to be able to finance the home of your dreams. So be open, communicate well, tell the truth about anything that they've asked you. Don't hide anything coming in when you start the process. Put it all on the table. Tell them everything that you think they need to know. Answer all their questions fully, accurately, and honestly, and you can, in most cases, buy a home. Poor communication will get you nowhere. They're going to feel like you've been lying to them, misleading them, and that underwriter, they will deny that loan. Their number one goal, guys, is to make sure they protect the bank, not give you money or help me to help you find a home. Now, let's talk about our list of things that you should not do at all. Now, we've kind of touched on one of those initially. I'll tell you this, when I bought my first home when I got out the Marine Corps back in 1999, my home had actually just come back on the market. It was new construction. And I found out during the process that the gentleman that had actually built that home was supposed to close on that home the next day. And he went out the day before and bought a car. Yes, he went out and bought a car. He didn't tell his lender he was going to buy a car. He didn't talk to anyone at all about potentially going out and buying a car and how that car was going to affect his credit. He just went and bought the car, and he lost the home. It was my good fortune because the builder wanted to get rid of that home, so they sold it to me at a really good discount. So don't go out and do anything without talking to your lender. Don't go buy a car. Don't open up new credit card debt. Don't go out and buy that washer and dryer. Don't go and co-sign on a loan for somebody else. Just don't do anything at all without speaking to your real estate agent and to your lender. They're going to be able to best advise you on the things that you can and cannot do as you're coming through that home buying process. And again, you don't want to do anything that pertains to your credit while you're going through this process, because you are surely to get denied for that loan. Here's another big don't. Do not let your account go on an overdraft or acquire any fees. That lender is going to be checking your bank statements. They're going to ask and request those things every 30 days, depending on how long the process is for you. And if they open up your statements and they see that you have insufficient funds, you've got overdraft fees, guess what? That's a major red flag. That means that you're not managing your money properly. You're not aware of the money coming in and out. And guess what? The likelihood of you not paying your mortgage is pretty high. That's a big red flag. So make sure that you don't get any insufficient funds or any kind of fees associated with bouncing checks or anything else, you name it, that has to do with that bank account. And guys, here's the last recommendation I have for you. Don't go out and change your job, quit your job, become self-employed, any of those things without first talking to your lender. Lenders like longevity. They like consistency. They're going to want to see you being on a job for at least 2 years. Now, in some cases, you can move around inside your company. In some cases, you can even leave the job you have and go make a lateral move to another company for more money. But again, before you make any change like that, you've got to talk to that lender. They're going to be able to tell you what the guidelines state as it relates to you moving your job. Now, I've seen people move from other states that have offer letters from a company that shows exactly what kind of salary they're going to make. Run that by your lender first, not your real estate agent. Don't just assume that you can do that and then you make that change without discussing it with somebody first. Lenders, again, guys, they want communication. We talked about that in the do section. You've got to communicate with that lender. You've got to make sure that they understand everything that you're doing. And if you're moving from out of state, make sure that you've got a job that says that you can work from home, guys. Okay, your lender is going to want to find out whether or not you've been approved to do that. If you're telling them you're going to keep the same job and then move to a different city. Guys, again, I want to thank you for watching this video. My name again is Sean Gerald. Here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I am a real estate broker and investor. Guys, listen, I would love to be your buyer's agent. And if you're selling a home, I would love to help you sell your property as well. Stay tuned for videos about selling your home and things you can do to get prepared for that also. I'll talk to you soon. And again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Hope y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.